We all know the history between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. This channel is not meant to be one that exacerbates the beef, but rather how we as fans, consumers, and other female rappers can navigate it. In this video, I'm addressing YouTubers and commentators that have been doing this longer than I have, namely academics and Armand Wiggins, and insert anyone else that tried to make something out of nothing regarding Nicki and Cardi's presence at the 2023 VMAs. The 2023 VMAs were the first time that so many female rappers were in the same building at once. Nicki, Cardi, Megan Thee Stallion, Callie, Sukiyana, Flo Milli, Ice Spice, and more, but more importantly, Nicki and Cardi. Everyone speculated if something would happen, but remember, w- this is the first time in years that they have been in the same place. Well, they were in the same place earlier this year at the Met Gala in May, and nothing happened. But let's throw it back to the Harper's Bazaar event when Cardi threw her shoe at Nicki and left with a knot. She was the one that escalated that situation. Nicki Minaj has been an A-list celebrity and knows how to conduct herself at high-class events. We've never seen any violent behavior from her in the public eye, but that is what actually made Cardi famous. Anyway, the reason for this video is to express my disappointment and disgust for bloggers like academics and Armand Wiggins and anyone else this applies to for trying to make something out of nothing. Now, yes, if you watch the pink carpet at the VMAs, you can see that tensions were high. If you saw Cardi during her interview on the carpet, you'll see that she had some aggression in there, and you can also see Megan Thee Stallion backstage looking a little frazzled, especially while Did It On Them, Nicki's intro song, was playing while Nicki was giving her opening monologue at the show. However, it's not hard to know that the teams would have kept all the women separate from each other because there's no reason for Nicki and Cardi to even come in each other's way or to be anywhere near each other. You saw people who were with Nicki and you saw Cardi's team. And so academics and Armand to try to make up this whole scenario just because Zoo's friend posted this video. 1 second, let me show you guys. So that was Kenneth Petty, Nicki Minaj's husband, and a friend at the VMAs in front of the moon being themselves, and just saying like, if you want to run up, then we're ready. And it's just like people are trying to make something out of it because of who Zoo, aka Kenneth Petty, is married to. But there's really no reason for the false or unconfirmed allegations because if you go to any hood in America and put a camera in front of a dude's face standing on the corner with his friends, they're going to do the same thing. Like, yeah, watch when y'all run up, if they're talking to the ops or whatever, a general statement. And so this is really nothing new. And one thing about Nicki Minaj is like she likes to bring people who she has known for a long time, especially who are from Queens. You'll see them around her, and she obviously has them working. And so let's say remember Drake's song "Started from the Bottom, Now We're Here." It's one of those moments where like, wow, we really came from nothing. We're from the hood, but here we are at the VMAs. That's what that moment was to me. But if you think otherwise, let me know in the comments. So for both academics and Armand to make something out of it is just very desperate and immature. The algorithm is hot right now, and everybody is or was looking for a reason to say something happened or could have happened between Nicki and Cardi that night, and absolutely nothing happened. And Cardi is also exacerbating these claims by tweeting like, "Oh, I didn't flinch." By the way, if you're still listening, I appreciate you, so please like this video. But it's the fact that they made this look like a big equation, like they literally did Einstein on a big chalkboard and tried to put two and two together when you're really adding 1 and 500. So it really doesn't make sense because there is no correlation. Zoo and his friend being posted up anywhere near backstage, people want to claim like, oh, Nicki had her goons outside waiting for Cardi. But look who Cardi was surrounded by, a whole bunch of people. And those people look like they were professional, look like they were a part of her team and security, as she should. And we know that Nicki loves to use people from Queens, once again, from her neighborhood for security and protection or whatever she likes to do. But I don't see any malintention of her having her people with her. Now, on the slight contrary, I might have my people around in case something happens, sure, but am I going into a situation wanting something to happen? Not really. I think that that's completely absurd. And once again, Nicki is a professional who has been in the industry for over 15 years. And I think that a lot of y'all are letting it go over your head that she is the queen. And she had two main jobs to do that night. Number one, host a show as well as perform several times. You think she was gonna let another bottom tier girl mess up her moment like that? I'm not sure why y'all have such little faith in Nicki. My position here right now is that y'all really want someone to get hurt. Bloggers who are making stuff up from nothing really want someone to get hurt because there's just no reason for all of that, and you guys have been doing this for way too long. It sets a poor example for immature fans who want to exacerbate narratives for their entertainment. Academics doesn't even follow female rap beef or female rap politics on the very intimate level the way that we do. And when he does, it's Nicki's fault, Nicki's too old. And it's like, you're the same one going back and forth with these rappers and media personalities every day. So you should be the last one talking. Academics is the same one who exacerbated situations in Chirac and capitalized off of that turmoil and violence. And you're the one who's up here talking about people are too old to be doing this. I'm gonna need you to really sit down and not speak on this at all. But let me tell y'all something. If Nicki Minaj was really petty, you would have been asking yourself right now, why didn't Cardi and Megan perform at the VMAs when they just had a song come out? If Nicki Minaj was really petty, she could have stopped that from happening, and we would have definitely heard something about it because she's not stopping no bags. Because she would be like, she could have been like, why would I let rats come on the pink carpet where I am? But you see, it's not about that. It's about business at the end of the day. So they should be glad that they had an opportunity to perform because a lot of people could have sat this year's VMAs out, but they chose to show up instead and they weren't turned away, right? If you're getting your tea and content from Stan Twitter, try again. It's one thing to talk about these issues like, oh, this could have happened and that could have happened, but to sit up there and act like this is truly what happened and take it as fact, and as if people were throwing shots and were ready, it's just blasphemous. Someone is going to get hurt, just like the Kim and Foxy situation. Remember that? So when Kim and Foxy were going at it and somebody got shot up, who helped execute that situation? Was it just the women, Kim and Foxy by themselves, or was it their people who were there and helped make that situation happen? Y'all better be careful out there. So once again, you sit up here talking down on grown women allegedly beefing, yet here you are making money from it, Armand Wiggins. It's one thing to say alleged, but y'all reporting like it's fact is pushing a false narrative to people and audiences who have no idea what's going on. Now, people like Armand and academics are making money from the beef, from the controversy that they made up. I can understand the perspective of I only report on what people post and say. And it would have been different if this happened on Twitter, but this was an actual award show, an in person event that, number one, neither of y'all attended, and you don't see anyone including Nicki or anybody on her side posting or saying anything publicly about that night. And so taking a tweet from Cardi and making a whole equation out of it is truly pathetic. Let's not forget that after Meg and Cardi performed, they probably got up out of there to set up Cardi B's after party. Anyway, thanks for listening, y'all, all the way to the end. And let me know if you agree with me on how to handle female rap beef as fans and spectators, or if you are on academics and Armand's side and you're just going to say whatever for attention. But remember, stay on the right side of history. But before I go, make sure you guys check out my other videos. I did a full critique on the VMAs and Nicki's hosting skills. I did a best and worst dress at the VMAs as well, and an in-depth reaction to Nicki's presence and performance there, as well as her fashion and how much that costs. So yeah, thanks so much for coming through and watching to the end. Please like the video, and I will see you in the next one.